Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about vision boards and how to create one and kind of what goes into it. So, there's a really great call that I can share with you, but I wanted to share some specific things about my dream board that I just posted in hopes that it will help you create a really beautiful image, include everything that you have for your future on it, and then also give you some ideas of different ways that you can do it. So, when you look at my vision board, for somebody who's not familiar with PicMonkey, it's an awesome website. You just go to picmonkey.com. You can pay the $30 a year, which I think is absolutely worth it for a little bit cooler features, or you can use the free version. Now, if you're new to PicMonkey, you might look at my image and think that there's a lot going on and it probably seems a lot more complicated than what it is, but this truly is just about breaking things down into itty bitty pieces. So for example, if you see these different colors on the top, this is actually my color scheme so that I made sure to stay on track and made sure that it was pretty. So all that is taking these little rectangles, changing the color of them. You can use this cool little eyedropper to pick different colors, and then I just simply stretched them out to the size that I needed. And you can hold the shift key and, I'm sorry, is it shift? But you can change the size of your images and play around with that. So these are just simply rectangles of different colors up here. Now, when you see these images, the circle, all this is that I took a regular picture that I had. I used the circle cutout feature, which I'm going to show you in 1 second. And then I took a circle from the shapes in this overlay section, made it the color that I wanted, which just happened to be this gold. And then I put my picture on top of it. So let me just show you really quickly how to do the circle cutouts. And I do have a specific video on that. But all you're going to do is edit an image, go to your computer to find that image, and I think I had it under current project. Here it is. Then all I did was go to the frame category, shape cutouts. I made it a circle. I changed the size of it, and then I just applied it and saved it, and that's all there is to it. And then over on my dream board, I just had add your own, and then I was able to add, wherever I saved it, my circle cutout. You can do the same thing. I did one for a heart. Then I just added, this is simply just text. So when you go to the text section, you have got tons of options you can pull from your own. And like right here, these are just text that I turned to the side and made different colors. So that's all that's going on there. And that's pretty much it. That's like the kind of extent of my dream board. Nothing overly complicated, but when you're not familiar with the different features, that's when it can become a little bit more complicated. The other thing that people have asked me is where to find like the glitter numbers. These are actually images that I purchased off of Etsy. I want to say it was like $3, nothing super, super fancy, but I wanted some pretty glitter numbers to really make that stand out. Now, when thinking about the things that you want on your dream board, one thing I learned from Jack Canfield's Success Principles is there are seven different areas where you want to set goals. So financial and wealth goals, career goals, health and appearance goals, relationship goals, personal development goals, charity and community goals, and free time goals. And not that you have to do this for your vision board, but something that really helped me was to come up with my list of my lifetime goals, the places that I wanted to travel to, the experiences that I wanted to have, the family life I wanted to create, the legacy that I wanted to leave, the contribution I wanted to make to my community and my family, my health goals. And I really went into detail. If you guys know me, having a really beautiful, safe space where my creativity shows through my home is really important. So for me, there's a lot of detail that went into my dream home and just having fun with it. So this is one way that you can start setting some goals and put them together. Another way is through the magic of the Pinterest community. So I have a lot of boards. I have different specific things. So kind of, again, going into the home, I have like home exteriors, what my outdoor would look like, my dream kitchen, my dream dining room, my dream bedroom. So really going into detail. And not that these are a vision board of something that you're looking at each and every day, like my vision board. Right here, this is something that I want to look at every day to make sure I'm staying on track and reaching the goals that I set out to achieve. But this is just something fun where you can get a little bit more visual and have fun with it and set up specific boards, especially like places that you're going to go. And one thing you can do is before we actually went to Switzerland, I really like to visualize and see things. I'm such a visual person. So I took our picture and I found a background of Switzerland and I put it on there before we even went so I could visualize going and what that was going to look like and feel like. Another thing you can do, something similar, a really silly example is, setting a goal for going on the Success Club trip. So for the cruise, I took a picture of myself and Jay. I found a picture of the room that we're going to be staying in, or not this room, it actually changed. And I put us there and started visualizing what the trip was going to be like, what I wanted it to be like. And that's just like a really funny, fun way that you can do that. So you add your picture to the image and then you can just erase the background. And I have another PicMonkey video on that you can look for and figure out how to do that. You can also do something if you wanted to be, this is an awful picture of me, but if you wanted to set a goal like being on the National Wake Up Call, then you can find an image of the National Wake Up Call, you can put your picture, you can add your name, and start visualizing what that would be like for you. So Pinterest is such a great resource in terms of finding beautiful images that really represent what you want. So I pinned some things for my 2016 vision board. So for example, the beach house, and I kind of visualized what that would look like. I want to go to Greece this year, so found a picture of what that would look like. But some of your other goals might be a little bit harder to find an actual visual for. So for example, if you have a goal about what you want to contribute to your community or a certain way that you want, if you want to become more loving or something like that, then that's a little bit harder to find a picture of. So that's okay if you put words. So for example, on mine, I said give back, time, talent, and resources, spending quality time with my best friends and my loved ones, setting up a date night. You could have a picture of that or a picture of your besties, but sometimes just simply going with a text is enough. And then for other things, it's really fun to have the images. So it evokes, those feelings when you look at it. Now, some images, like you see this one of this little money bag, it's not going to be as easy to find on Pinterest. So you can go to Google Images and just type in, whatever it is that you want, click on the images. And then I went through and just looked at the different ones and found one that spoke to me. And I really liked this one. I thought it was cute. So I used that in my picture to talk about my investment goals and my wealth goals for this year. Now, going back to Pinterest, there are really fun quotes and things like that. You could make a living or you could make a difference. Things like that you can add to your dream board that, whatever evokes the thought for you is what's the most important. If you want your vision board to be really pretty and everything's cohesive, then you can come on and find a color scheme. So that's what this image is for, to kind of give me an idea of what colors I wanted my board to be. And this was like my backup image, just the blush and the gray. So you can go, type in color scheme on here. And I love actually looking at wedding color schemes because I think they're really pretty. Or you can search for something like a blog color scheme and it will give you tons of really cool ideas and you can get more specific. The other way that you can make a vision board, if you do not want to go through the rigmarole of taking a blank slate and kind of adding all of your own images, is you can actually just simply create a collage. So you'll save the images to your computer, you go to the collage, and let's just say, I'm just going to pull a bunch of random images. So let's see. So you're pulling your images on here, and however you want to do it. This makes it really cool because you can configure everything to, let's just say this was like for your fitness goal. You can actually manipulate these and change the sizes and where everything is. You can go over here if you want to do a certain type of template for your images, and then you can just pop them in to the different spaces. And then all you would do, sorry, I'm just pulling random images. So then all you would need to do is go to edit, and then you could actually add text over the pictures that will kind of explain what the goal is if you have a goal date. So like, this one's quality time. You could have fun with the text or keep it super simple. It's totally up to you, or do different fun colors. And if it's something that it's hard to see, then all I would do in this situation is add a little white rectangle behind it and send to the back. And this is just giving you guys just an idea of what to go on. So obviously this isn't going to be perfect, but there's so many different ways to do a vision board, whether you want to start on Pinterest and just pin, a bunch of stuff and keep it all in one folder, or if you have different ideas for specific areas in your life where you really want to focus on. This is such a really awesome resource to use, but I personally think that having it all on one board, something that you can put as the backdrop to your computer, you can print this out and laminate it, you can save it on your on your phone as the background. Something that's going to remind you of your goals each and every day is so important. So I know that I kind of went over a lot of random things, but my goal was just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background into what went into this image and different ways that you can do it. So there is no right answer, it really is based on what you want to do. And have fun with it, I would say, is the main thing. So have fun with it, really think about those different areas of your life where you want to set a goal. And then even though on here I have some dates for my things, but on my actual list of all my goals, I have very specific dates for everything, because a goal without a date is a dream. So you want to make sure that you have a deadline, and be as specific as possible with your pictures and your intentions, and I promise you it will keep you on track throughout the year, and it will be something really fun to look back on as you can check off your goals throughout the year and share that. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know.